As a leader, let's talk about what does energy management really mean? And what does that mean for you? Right? So we've got four areas where energy shows up. So let's start physically. Physically, do you feel like you have the strength and the energy to keep going? Right? Meaning to show up and physically do what's required of the job. And physically, our energy comes from, are we getting enough movement so that our bodies are flexible and able to do the job? Are you nourishing your body the right way? And are you balancing your hormones? Because like we talked about in a previous video, if you're constantly stressed, your cortisol hormone is constantly elevated, your hormones aren't balanced and your body's not going to function properly, right? So we need to take care of that physical body, and that starts with that nourishment and how we feed it, and are we getting enough movement and sleep? Because sleep, all right, helps your body repair. We talked about that previously. What about your emotional energy? Again, if you're sleeping and your brain's repairing, you have the emotional energy to empathize with patients, to sympathize what's going on, to handle that stress without getting irritable, right? That's all energy, because the more irritable you are, the more energy you're expending. And that's similar to something you've probably heard off and on a lot, and that's it takes less muscles to smile. Well, that's part of what we're talking about here, right? We have to have energy to handle what comes at us emotionally. And the same thing mentally, right? Do you have the mental capacity to think clearly, to make those decisions you need to as a leader and as a professional in your life? Because if you're not having the energy mentally, you're probably feeling like you can't get anywhere and decisions are not happening, right? And then the fourth area for energy management is spiritually. I believe this is at the center of who we are, and it's based on your purpose too, right? For most of us, our purpose comes from what we believe. I do this work because I believe that's what God's called me to, and that's the path I've walked through. And that's at the center of who I am. It's what I'm connected to spiritually and who I'm connected to. And am I maintaining that to maintain the energy to do the purpose I feel called to?